Well, I've been promising for weeks and weeks that I would bring here into the living room so you could meet two great friends of mine, two wonderful people, Shayla DeGeorge and Sean Morgan, who are just back recently from Guatemala. Guys, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We've been looking forward to this. And you know, you could have gone to Disney World, you could have gone to Paris, but you went to Guatemala. Sean, why?
Well, I mean, I'd heard about the trip through Good Shepherd Parish, and I knew we'd be visiting one of the orphanages of the NPH organization. And for the past few years, my family has sponsored a child from Bolivia in the NPH organization. And so I understand that they're different, slightly different orphanages, but I thought it would be a unique opportunity to see how my sponsor child lives and what I'm actually donating towards.
Nice.
Also, I mean, it's a pretty unique opportunity to use my Spanish for the first time.
How many years have you studied Spanish?
4 years.
Oh, so how did you do? How did it work out?
I mean, it started off a little bit rough, but once you kind of switch on the mode in your brain to, you know, just focus on Spanish, then it became pretty easy, and I was pretty surprised at how it went.
Yeah. As long as you try, I think when people
Yeah.
speak another language, they appreciate it.
Yeah, the kids appreciated it.
So Shayla, how did you first discover that this opportunity was even a possibility for you and the others?
Well, NPH has been involved with our parish for around 6 years, so we've kind of always heard about it, and through the years we've just started to get more involved. So in 2014, we hosted 2 kids from El Salvador as well as their chaperones, and that was a great experience in itself. And then like the following years, we also hosted more chaperones, and we were able to see kind of behind the scenes of what was going on with those kids, and that was a great experience. And like all the while, my mom and my brother went to Guatemala and El Salvador, and I could never go, and I was always very upset about that. And then when this opportunity, presented itself where I was able to go, I was immediately very, very into it, and I wanted to be able to experience this.
Very good. Now, NPH, we talk about NPH very freely at Good Shepherd. It stands for Nuestros Pequeños Hermanos. NPH USA is the website. What does NPH provide for young kids?
Well, I mean, what's important to understand is that it's not like the traditional orphanage. I mean, it does help people, and but it also tries to help the family first as well. So, I mean, it's not all about we're going to take your kids away if the family's having trouble. It's like we want to help the family first and try to improve the family life so nothing like has to happen.
I get it.
It's the one family program, and it's something they talked about, and it just provides like a safe haven for the kids there. They get to learn a lot. They have more consistent meals, and they can spend time with their friends, and I think it's just a great opportunity for the kids.
So you had a great group go down to Guatemala just a number of weeks ago, and we have some pictures to take a look at here to give you a sense of what this trip was like as you watch on television today. So this is the whole group, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Small group.
And you all travel through Miami? To what? Now this looks familiar. What is this game?
Twister.
Twister, I remember that from my youth. They still play that.
Yes.
Even in Guatemala. And here's one of the kids that's with you guys. Who is that?
Valentine.
Valentine. Was that like the first night?
It was one of the first
Yeah.
nights, fresh after playing an intense soccer game.
Beautiful church too. Where this is right in the city where you were staying?
It was on site of the NPH home.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the NPH chapel.
Yes.
Oh, little manual labor here too.
Yeah.
Needed many coats of paint.
Many.
Many.
Very good. You guys are right in there. Now, is this one of the volcanoes?
I believe it is. There was many volcanoes in the area, and it certainly looked like one of them.
And there is the group, right there in Guatemala. Well, thanks for sharing those pictures. Sean, I know, well, actually, both of you are very active at Good Shepherd Parish. But why, if I might ask, why is service so integral for you in living out your Catholic faith?
Well, I think that service and helping others is just one of the important themes of not only Catholicism but all of Christianity. And for Shayla and I, we're blessed enough to live in a situation where we have a stable family environment, and we have a lot of our academic needs met. Yeah. And so by either through the Boston Stock Exchange or through the Guatemala trip, we're helping other people, and by helping other people in any way we can, small or large, it shows that we're thankful for our blessings. Yeah. And so I think that's also an important part of being a good Catholic is being thankful for what you have.
Could not have said it better. Absolutely. And Shayla, Sean just mentioned the Boston Sock Exchange. You're involved in that too. That's more of a local effort. But can you just tell people about that? Because I found it very impressive ever since I came to Good Shepherd.
Yeah, so the Boston Sock Exchange was actually founded by Sean's mom.
She like
And
brought it over.
She brought it over, yeah. So every first Saturday of the month, we go into the Boston Common and we bring food, clothes, all of those things to the local homeless people of Boston. And through this organization, we've just been able to make tremendous connections. We have some regulars who come by every month, and we're able to form relationships with them, whereas we wouldn't be able to before. And it really just gives you a unique perspective on the homeless of Boston, because oftentimes we just walk by them and maybe we give money or maybe we don't, but it's a real way to give back to them and to show them that we're here for you.
And to get to know them too.
And to get to know them, seriously, yes.
Back to the trip to Guatemala. Sean, what do you think will be your most enduring memory from those days?
Well, I think it's just the small moments with the kids, you know, talking with them, playing games, whether it was like soccer or Connect Four. But if I had to pick one most enduring moment, I think it would probably be a drawing that one of the girls I met, she drew for us and drew for me. It's this.
Nice.
And she was a girl from one of the groups that we'd visited multiple times, so we were able to develop a stronger connection. Like we played the Twister, Uno, Connect Four. We did drawings and stuff, and so it was really nice what she said. She said, I hope you have a great journey. God bless you. So
Is that in English or Spanish?
it's in Spanish.
Very good.
Yeah.
See, 4 years. Pays off.
Paid off.
And Shayla, what will you remember the most?
I will definitely remember when we went into the special needs house on one of the last nights. I'd been looking forward to that pretty much the entire trip. And we went in, and it was a little bit intimidating because I, for one, do not speak a lick of Spanish. I took 8 years of French, never any Spanish. So we went in there, and they were just all dancing. I was like, okay, we can do this. So then we just kind of jumped in and just started dancing and laughing with the kids. And in that moment, it really just, it took me back to Natick, where I volunteer at Camp Arrowhead, which is an organization for children and people with special needs. And it reminded me that we're kind of all the same, like despite the cultural differences, despite maybe the language barrier, we really are one and the same, and just we all can be happy and love together.
Well, I hope this experience goes with you for the rest of your lives. And I know for me, for all of us, just having the chance to meet you and to know you and hear the story has been an inspiration. So Shayla DeGeorge, Sean Morgan, thank you so much for being with us here in the living room. And enjoy the rest of your summer, too.
Thank you, you too.
And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the show. We're going to go back to more right now of This Is the Day.